Welcome to Wild Blue, one of Lakewood Ranch's newest neighborhoods. Today we're going to take a look at this incredible model home, just shy of 4,400 square foot, 4-bed, 5-bath, with a 1-bedroom private casita featuring its own garage on the other side of the driveway. Today we're going to meet with John Cannon of John Cannon Homes, and he's going to talk a little bit about this property and the company in general. Come with me. So John, thank you so much for meeting us over here in Wild Blue, one of the newest idea homes that you've got in Lakewood Ranch. Tell me a little bit about how you decided to get into the business to begin with.
I guess I've always been a builder at heart. I was the guy that was building the tree forts as a kid out in the backyard, and just always liked to see things happen, make things happen, whether it's building something physically or in many cases like I do now, I call it building the team. I love the idea of building the business of John Cannon Homes.
Understood. You guys have had a number of subdivisions you've participated in throughout the years. It seems like Sarasota really is kind of the heart of the operations.
I've been in Sarasota since 1979, moved here right out of school, graduated from Michigan State, moved down here, worked for a couple other building companies, and in the mid-'80s went out on my own and started building houses.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And with that much experience, I guess, tell me, what have you seen, maybe some trends, some differences in styles? What are you, from initially where you started to where you are and what you're building now, what's your take on all of that?
Well, homes have evolved. They've really become a retreat, a sanctuary. People love to make them their own. They're not just shelter anymore. So I guess going from that basic shelter and seeing that evolve over the last 40 years to where we are today, I mean, it didn't happen overnight. It was a slow, steady progression of people's desires and dreams growing and growing as time's gone on.
Fantastic. And one thing I've noticed in the number of John Cannon homes that I've walked through is your ceilings are incredible. So what's the driving force? Is there something you guys have about ceilings in particular?
I'm a little bit compulsive. I get caught up in the details, but I really like that space, the proportion, defining space, delineating space, understanding how the width of a room to the height of the ceiling to where your eye goes. You call them idea homes, obviously, and we like that, so do we. But when you're doing these things and when people are coming through models, ideas, a lot of times you don't know what it is. You just say, wow, this home feels good. And there's a lot of science that goes into that to understand how the eye moves around a room, what's comfortable in your mind, the colors, the heights of ceilings, as I mentioned, the width of doorways, the proportion of the furniture, making sure that your design isn't just about the size of the room, but how the room lives, how furniture works, passageways. And you can see it as we're looking around the model here.
Sure.
How that all works. And I guess, long answer, that's how the ceilings evolved, is that it was important to me that they be part of that sense of proportion and space. So
awesome.
A lot of thought goes into them.
Clearly, and it shows in every home that I've been through that you've built. When people are considering building a new home, you've got oftentimes the subdivision builders, and you've got, I guess, custom builders, right? People that are building one off. You guys are a custom builder, but you develop in subdivision. So can you help me and maybe other folks understand kind of how that works all together?
Well, it's really sort of a twofold answer. First of all, it's a niche that we consciously went after. We really wanted people to have the opportunity to build custom homes in some of the neighborhoods that you see us in, where maybe in the past you only would have thought of it being more of a production-oriented area. And with the movement that we're seeing east of town, Lakewood Ranch being such a fantastic area, building custom homes is just the next evolutionary growth to some of the production homes you see. And that's something that evolved over time. We wanted to see that happen. And then secondly, with the custom homes, it gives the people a chance to do what they want, but it's involving a process. At John Cannon Homes, it's not like there's an architect and a builder. It's not like there's an interior designer and a builder. It's not like there's a cabinet company and a builder. They're all under one roof. We tried to bring the process where we take total responsibility for coordinating all the activities, put it all in-house, manage it, control it, and it gives us the ability to control costs, quality, process, customer satisfaction to a greater degree than that what you call custom home builder that's building a few homes a year.
Sure.
It's very difficult for them to have the control over the subcontractors, the buying power, all of those things that you see in a production home. We've now brought the advantages of that systematized building process to the custom home building process.
Awesome. And speaking of that process, so someone comes in, they walk through one of these idea homes that you've got. From there, is that you like to ask people a good question? It's not what they like about the house. What is it? Your favorite?
Yeah. It's sort of something that I've learned over the years is we work really hard, as I talked about earlier, making the model home easy on the eye, so to speak. And it's not so much what we do here, because we do a lot. I mean, we try to show everything, but it's not for everybody. So it's easy for me to ask the question to get the sort of creative thought process going with people. Wait a minute, you like it, but look around. Tell me, what would you change? How would you make it better? How would you make it fit your lifestyle? And that gets the whole sort of design and creative process going, gets that level of communication between us, our architectural team, and the customer and the interiors, all working together to make that process come to fruition, and the customer owns it then. Sure. It's their home. It's not the Pindari model anymore. It's now the Smith residence, because they've designed it. They've made it better.
Sure.
Not us, they did. So that's what we try to do.
So John, I mean, there's certainly no shortage of builders that have come and gone, some have stayed. You have been at this a few decades now. So what do you think has given you the staying power here in Sarasota?
It's been several decades. I'm getting a little long in the tooth. Yes, I've been doing this a long time. We built over 2,400 homes, custom homes in our career. And it takes a lot of work. And why do we have the staying power? We do a good job. I mean, we're not out on the edge. We're not taking fiscal, let's call it chances. We build homes for people. We manage ourselves conservatively. We really, really want to take care of our people, take care of them first. Everything else comes after. So,
awesome. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
I want to thank John for meeting with us today and showing us around this incredible idea home that they've got over here in Lakewood Ranch. If you're interested in John Cannon Homes and you'd like to understand more about the process, give me a call, let's set up a meeting, and be well.